everyone. Welcome to another exciting episode on the Big Debate, the show where we discuss and ignite a culture for intellectual curiosity. I am Shakirat Ogunshola. On the Big Debate show, it is all about exploring issues that really matters to you, be it academics or social life, or anything in between. We seek to empower youth to navigate a healthy relationship. But before we get into it, let's take a short musical break. Stay tuned because when we get back, we will go straight into the topics for today. Welcome everyone. With me here in the studio is Mr. Samuel Olanio, popularly known as Big Sam. You're welcome, sir.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Yes, sir. So we are having social media addiction, a dilemma or a choice as our topic. What's your take on this topic?
Well, as far as I'm concerned, we talk about social media. Social media can actually be a good thing, and it can also be of negative use, depending on how you use them. And talking about the dilemma, it depends on how you the way you use your social. We have variety of the social media. We have Instagram, we have TikTok, we have WhatsApp, and they all have what exactly they are used for. For instance, you talk about WhatsApp. WhatsApp is meant for instant messaging, where you can chat somebody and get instant reply. So there are ways you can misuse. For instance, for a student in class, where you have a lecturer, taking you, and then you are on your WhatsApp chatting with your friend and all that. So it could be a distraction, and at the same time, it could also be of positive use if used well.
Yeah, in terms of positive use, like what areas do you think social media can be of advantage to our viewers watching us?
Yeah, when you talk about the positive impact of social media, there are a whole lot of things to talk about. You talk about the aspect of networking. A lot of people have been blessed by social media. We had cases of the what's it called? This lady then that was on Twitter that was talking about getting a fridge for her husband. She normally wakes up by 5. Of course, yeah, she got a lot of gifts. She was given cars. She was given. So we've had series of people that was blessed by social media. We have businesses that got potential investors just by merely placing adverts. So even as at the level of students, at the level of business entrepreneurs, you can get to have your business catalog on. You have WhatsApp business now. We have Instagram where you can also display your varieties of products. So social media has been more of a blessing. So I think it's more of a blessing to me than...
that is very impressive, and I'm glad to hear that. But as it is now, social media, when you talk about social media, do you think it should be limited to adult only?
Well, it will shock you that social media is rampant among teenagers, and then maybe, let me say, young adults, even than adult itself. You check on the street of TikTok, you observe that you have more teenagers scrolling on TikTok. You have more, when you check your FYP page, you discover that you have more teenage-centric content. I mean, where you see people dancing, there's this challenge, you have the 1, 2, 3, 4 challenge. These are the social part. It could also help as an escape. That's social media, another impact again. When you're bored, you can just decide to go on, to go on Netflix or go to TikTok and watch some videos, and you get, elated.
Yeah, it has been going on frequently that social media is also a tool for business. How true is that?
Of course, when you talk about business, one major advantage of social media is serving as a medium to exposing your business. For instance, you have, like I mentioned, WhatsApp business, where you can simply, there's an AI chat box that can help you reply your clients, your customers when you're even offline. You also have Instagram, where you can get to meet strangers from many parts of the world. You now have logistic companies that get to deliver. So you can just get one of those companies, you place your product on them, and then they can deliver for you. Whether you're in Lagos or you're in Abuja, you can send your product to anybody, anywhere in the world. So these are other advantage. Now imagine if we don't have this, the platform. Then you imagine you getting to sell somebody for somebody in Abuja. How easy would it have been for you? So.
Well, there have been situations whereby people misused social media for fraud in terms of in the name of creating awareness for products. Like, what do you have to say to this? Like, them using it for fraud to dupe people?
As far as I'm concerned, I wouldn't want to mention name now. I know there's this particular man on internet. I know many of us, you'll be familiar with him, and he's had series of cases with with popular. There's a beauty, what's it called, a beauty product businesswoman or something. Exactly. So a client sent her a message to deliver some products. She collected 1 million naira and all that. And eventually, she didn't send the products. And we had cases of fake products where you advertise what the product does not even serve. You have the case of the popular man of God and other issues like that I would want to go into. These are cases where you can get to probably dupe people, but we say you need to verify before you transact on social media. You need to verify if that particular merchant is authentic, if he is real, and if he's not a dubious person. So I think that's how to stay safe on social media.
Yeah, I want to believe that our viewers at home are listening to us and they are gaining one or two things. And but also, sir, in terms of balancing your social media activities with your daily activities, how can we balance the both in which one would be higher than the other?
Yeah, as far as I'm concerned, there's something I tell people that if I need to know you as a person, all I need to do is just to get your phone and search the apps you have on your phone. I know the kind of person you are. If you're a movie kind of person, there are some media apps I will see on I've seen Netflix, I'll see some other applications. And so I believe that social media, you have some educational fantastic resources where you can get to add knowledge, you can get to learn a lot of things. So you can also get to read even on the street of social media. You have Facebook, or you can get to read stories, get to connect people, and you can even exchange ideas and deals. So I think social media can be useful to our daily activities, but it depends on how you want to use them. And also, you need to ensure that as an active user of social media, you do not abuse or misuse the social media. For instance, the moment you understand that you are addicted, there's an addiction, and there's always tendency to be addicted to social media. Most time you want to go on, you want to check this, check. When you are bored, you might probably want to do some other things, probably talk to people personal, and that's another aspect, one danger of social media. Social media has replaced human communication, with the normal mechanical kind of, you talk with your phone, and people prefer talking with their phone. I've been to events or parties where they had to seize all the mobile phones we had, because the fact is that when I'm there and I'm bored, like we are doing, I just get my phone and I get. So social media has limited the interaction we have as humans, and is affecting a lot of people. Are going through a whole lot of things. They do not want to post on it, and mind you also, those ones that are posting on social media, they may not be posting their real life. So you have a lot of dynamics when it comes to social media. You just have to be careful about how you use it.
All right, thank you so much for the wonderful point of view made mention of. Okay, through this social media, people have been duped, all in the name of creating awareness for brand. So because it has been rampant frequently nowadays that people do get information from social media for products. So what do you have to say on this for people going through this situation?
It's common to have the misuse of something when it's useful, actually. And then that reminds me of a particular incident that was very common on the internet about a very popular influencer who had to call out a beauty health businesswoman. He definitely got an order from a client online to deliver some beauty products, and then the next thing she was going to tell the person is that if you dash, you can't be dashing 1 million or something. So at that point in time, thank God for the man. The man actually had to call her out, and then she eventually refunded the money to the particular client. So you have series of incidents like this where you have people that would they claim genuinely that they are coming to sell your product, and at the same time you observe that the promises they made on that product is not the same use. That particular product is serving. In that situation, you need to be very careful. When you come across such, you have to first and foremost identify and then scrutinize that particular merchant, if he or she is genuine or fake.
Yeah, it reminds me of this thing that says what I ordered versus what I get.
Because of course.
In most cases that I've been coming across on social media, there will be a particular dress you ordered for, and the turnout will now be something else. So I think this is also part of the social media for using it as a fraud for people. So on the same program, we are still on the same program, The Big Debate, and topic: social media addiction, a dilemma or a choice. On this note, we would like to wrap it up and bring it to an end with a yes sir, like what advice would you like to give our viewers watching us on social media addiction, a dilemma or a choice?
Okay, well, my advice for social media users is that you need to ensure that you make good use of social media. And as far as I'm concerned, it could be of educational resource, and also it could be damaging if you get really addicted to it. And like I said earlier on, if I need to get to know you, I can just ask, and then I can just search for the kind of app you have on your phone. For somebody who wants to learn a whole lot on social media, you have exciting applications, that can be of use to you.
Okay.
You also have some networking side where you can get to meet people, collaborate. You have some, for instance, you have the research kit where you can get to collaborate and talk about some journals and all that. So depending on the kind of the use, what are using your social media platforms. So it could be for business use, it could be for educational purpose, it could be for probably career development. There are a whole lot of usefulness that the social media actually gets to. So as individuals, using it for the right purpose is very important, and not getting not getting addicted. It's also important.
Yeah, I want to believe we've all learned one or two things, because me here, I've been able to grab one or two things that I haven't even heard before. So on this note, we'd like to appreciate our guest, Mr. Samuel. We will appreciate you for coming to this show. And thank you viewers for staying tuned to the end.